Okay, so this is a unique kind of little short episode of The Grass is Greener. Some of you know I've been doing The Grass is Greener off and on for several years. Way back when I was on When Calls a Heart, I started it actually in Vancouver when I was filming When Calls a Heart, when my buddy Russ Reimer and BK came over, and that episode's called Leave What's Heavy Behind. And it truly is about leaving your past where it belongs, in the past. But today, our episode is about gratitude as being a superpower. And our folks inside of Patreon, I got to set a timer for myself, voted this one. And if you're listening to this later, just go to my website and you'll find the link for VIP or for Patreon. If you hear sounds in the background, I am a dad and I have a 3-year-old, and these microphones pick up when the cats fart. So that's a blessing, and it's also can be a challenge. So gratitude as a superpower. This will be, I don't know, we're in season 5, episode 100, maybe 200. I've been at this for a minute. I have taken a little bit of break just because of time and trying to juggle many things as a dad and as an actor and as a musician and a husband, and also as a coach. And Kate and I are launching a program with Freedom Alchemist, so there's just a lot going on. And it's challenging to be consistent with these things that actually bring me a lot of joy. I love having conversations with different people. These little snacks will be 5 to 10 minutes about a very specific topic that has really changed my life, and none more so than gratitude. What gratitude does is many things. It does rewire stress instantly, and it's an easy thing that you can practice. Before my feet hit the ground, the first thought that when I wake up is the word thank you. And I say thank you in my head as many times as I can, close to 100, before my feet, my tootsies, hit the ground. And what I find that does is it trains my wife Kate's talking about this in her identity program right now, your reticular activating system, your RAS, to look at the things that are right. And it is a superpower, because most folks are focusing on the things that are maybe not right, whether it's news, politics, their bank accounts, their partners, their kids not picking up after themselves, you name it. It's unfortunately we sort of look at the things that are not working and focus on them, and whatever you focus on does grow. You get more of that thing. And so one of my teachers, Kathy, was huge on gratitude, and she was really she really would drill home how important it was to focus on the things that you had and the things that you worked that you wanted more of, and to be grateful for those things that you want more of, rather than complaining, whining, comparing, wishing that things were different, or wanting to be like your neighbor or somebody else. And so gratitude, it's impossible to be grateful and angry at the same time. It's impossible to be grateful and sad at the same time. It's impossible to be grateful and be whiny and complaining at the same time. So it is one of those things, and sometimes it is a little bit fake it till you make it, because you might be in it. And I'm a very positive person. Fortunately, the voice in my head is quite positive and affirming. I don't have a critical parent and they're judging me. I don't have a loop of, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this, you're too much, you're not enough. I don't have that. And I do understand that a lot of people do have that. And so what gratitude is really profound at is turning off that voice. Is a superpower, because you can just sometimes fake it a little bit and just start saying the words thank you. And most of you know that every word has a vibration. If you take a glass of water and you say Hitler or hate or whatever, very negative words to the water, then they photograph the crystals and they look completely messed up and warped and brown and twisted, and they look sick. and then if you speak love and gratitude and I love you and thank you, especially to the water crystals, and they photograph them. Like, this ain't woo, this is pure. Dr. Emoto, this Japanese doctor, discovered this with a Russian camera. I think it's called cerulean photography or something like similar to that. You can get it. I have a book of it that I found at a thrift store, and it shows you all these images of that. So just by saying the word thank you, the vibration shifts your body's cells, because you are made up of plenty of water, 70% plus. And you're able to, with the vibration and the word thank you, completely shift the way you feel. And it is vibrational. It does go down to the way everything is vibration. And the words that you speak, the thoughts that you think, do program your cells, and how they perform and how they react, and how you feel is directly correlated to the words that you speak. So if you're always focused on the negative, or on the news cycles, or blaming the other side of your political view for whatever, your body, which is made up of a lot of water, is completely being coded and programmed for that. Not only will it negatively affect the quality of the cellular structure around your cells, but you will just attract more and more of that thing. So gratitude is like a wipeout. It's almost like a ho'oponopono, where I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive you, please forgive me, thank you, which is this amazing Hawaiian ancient way that tribes would end conflict inside of their, if there was a conflict in their tribe, they would use this language. And Dr. Vitale, who was able to clear out a mental asylum in Hawaii remotely by taking the files of the patients and using Ho'oponopono on them and saying, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and taking responsibility. And the key word there, though, is thank you. And it really does wipe the slate. It's a great way to start your day. If your partner's irritating the living daylights out of you, or your kids are, switch your focus to the things that they're doing that are right, that you can be grateful for, and watch them blossom. Nobody can grow when they're being criticized. Nobody can thrive when someone's over them just pointing out all the things that they're not doing right. So, but when you're grateful, just try it with your partner, with your kids, with your boss, with yourself especially. And so there's a 5-minute gratitude journal you can do at night, which is profound, because you start to train yourself and you start to become consistent with focusing on it, and your default will be gratitude. And the quality of your life will begin to completely shift. You will start seeing more and more and more things to be grateful for. And the more you complain and whine and fuss and argue and try to be right about whatever it is, you're going to get more of that thing. That's just kind of the way that this life works. You get what you focus on. You get whatever you get the thing that you persistently are. And if you're whining and complaining all the time, you are just going to continue to get new things to whine and complain about. But if you're grateful, you're going to get more good things to be grateful for. So yes, it's a superpower. Yes, it's simple. And there's many tools out there, including the gratitude journal, some breath work that focuses on gratitude. Writing down, when you first get up in the morning, just saying the word. And then just within your home, look around us, guys. We have food. We're not being consistently bombed by either Russia or Ukraine, whatever. We're not most of us are not under direct attack. And I realize this is international. Some people will listen to this in other countries, but most folks have, and even you'd be surprised, in those countries that are being hit the hardest by what we would call oppression or adversity, or those folks have found a way to connect to their community and be grateful, and they'll be smiling. You go to India, I've been to India and Vietnam, a lot of these countries, they have no money. They would have what many of us would think would be the worst case scenario, and they're happy. They make their little rice and they have their family together and they're close and they're joyful and they're laughing and they're watching their football or whatever, or they're playing their music. And in our society here, we we are so ungrateful. Maybe you watching this or listening to this are a very grateful person, and I acknowledge you. Your life is probably awesome if that's the case. So gratitude is a superpower, and whatever you focus on, you get more of that. So that's my little 5-minute/8-minute share, and I'm very passionate about gratitude. And Austin, I have a 3-year-old, and I'm constantly reminding him, like, what are you feeling right now? If he gets something he's excited about, and then so rather than just forcing him to say thank you, So this. If you're hearing this later, please subscribe, like, and share. They're also in the show notes below this video, and below this audio will be some of the people that I work with, the sponsors, some of the companies that I love, and I use them all. And there will be codes for you to get up to 30% off on some of these things. So those things kind of support these things, and that's it. God bless you. If I don't, I also have a regular schedule of music. If you go to paulgreene.com, everything is there. All right. Till I see you till you hear me, till I see you, be kind and gentle and tender and loving toward yourself on purpose. And remember, you are not the story that you made up about your past. All right. See you soon.